Good evening, everyone. I'm Tanya O'Rourke, live outside the Hamilton County Courthouse.
And I'm Craig McKee here in the 9 on Your Side studios. Tonight, a day of spark in the retrial of former UC police officer Ray Tensing.
That is right, Craig. At one point, a witness went after Ray Tensing from the witness stand. Listen to Chandra Reed. She is the fiance of the late Sam DuBose for yourself.
Like I stated before, I have done things in my past, and unlike your client, I know how to own up to what I've done.
Strike that statement. Ms. Reed, please just answer the questions that you're asked. Don't editorialize.
Well, Ms. Reed did answer the rest of the questions, but she wasn't the only one who had an issue with Stu Matthews' questioning. That's the defense counsel. Here's another witness who was in her car just a few feet away from Sam DuBose's car when the shooting happened.
How did you avoid hitting?
I went around it. I mean, I know how to drive.
Well, from there, we saw clearly an uncomfortable Ray Tensing watching his own videotaped interview with Cincinnati police officers 2 days after he shot and killed Sam DuBose. He kept his head down and he rubbed his eyes and shifted in his seat and scratched his neck. So I want to bring in my colleague Tom McKee to help break down what we learned from that recorded interview. And Tom, really, there was a stunning statement from one of the Cincinnati police officers who conducted that interview.
There definitely was. Sergeant Shannon Hine was one of those investigators who talked to Tensing 2 days after that particular the shooting we're talking about here. And what she said was it's very likely, in her opinion, that what she was looking at could be a justified shooting. Here's what she had to say, and it was a bombshell in court. The key issue for jurors in the Ray Tensing retrial is whether the shooting of Sam DuBose was murder or was justified. A surprise answer came Friday from Cincinnati Police Sergeant Shannon Hine, one of the homicide investigators on the case. It was in response to a defense question if investigators make recommendations on criminal charges to the prosecutor's office in officer-involved shooting cases.
Based on my time and training with internal investigations, I thought I was looking at an officer-involved shooting where it's actions may be determined to be justified based on the events surrounding the actual shooting.
That statement followed the playing of Tensing's interview with Cincinnati police homicide detectives. Per UC police protocol, it was done 2 days after the shooting and after Tensing watched the video from his body camera. Tensing put his head down and rubbed his eyes, hearing himself describe reaching in to turn DuBose's car off and getting caught when he said DuBose mashed the accelerator.
At that point, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm getting dragged by this guy's car. I don't want to die today. I'm in fear of my life.
Tensing said that fear caused him to pull out his gun as he was falling and stop the threat.
I'm kind of below the plane of his window. So the only shot I could see that I could take to stop the threat was a headshot. That's the only part of his body I could really see at that point and had a clear visual of.
Tanya, there's no way of knowing at this particular point what those statements from Sergeant Hine could do to the prosecution's case, could do to the defense case. It's going to be up to those 12 men and women in that jury box.
It sure will. It's hard to know how they're, wouldn't you love to know what they're thinking? We'll know soon enough.
Yes, indeed.
All right, well, that does wrap up our coverage from the Hamilton County Courthouse. Craig, I'm going to send it back to you, but I'll be back at 7 o'clock with more from here.
All right, Tanya, Tom, thank you very much. 9 on Your Side is the place to turn for extensive coverage of the Ray Tensing retrial. Right now on WCPO.com, get caught up on all the day's testimony. Our live coverage from the courthouse continues on 9 on Your Side at 7.